Okay, as per the title, I want to talk about sunshine, sunlight, even under cloud cover on the genital area. So this is not exclusive for men and the testicles, but for the yoni and women too. Because I have preached about this a little bit, talked about it a lot last year. I forgot my own lesson as per my learning curve. I always seem to go on something, come off it, and then when I go back on it, realize how powerful it is. So I want to expand on the topic of getting sunlight, even under cloud cover, on your most important, your second most important area to get sunlight on, right? Understand this. Your eyes are the most important to get sunlight on, but let's be honest, even the masses, by just nature of going outside, they might cover up with clothes, but most of them don't wear, some of them do, most of them don't wear sunglasses. So we've got number one covered. I'm not going to talk about the eyes. I wrote a book on sunlight, wrote a book on sun gazing. Jimmy, you're there, you fucking know too. That the eyes are definitely the most important photoreceptor of light, bar none. So never wear glasses, not my topic. The second most important area for sunlight is your genitals. And quite frankly, messing about with this now for like half an hour, you've got to be a bit clever with what you do with this one, because you don't want to get seen right in public. You don't want to get seen by the neighbours with your genitals exposed, whether it be a man or a woman, because it's not good for the, whatever you want to call it. It's just not a good look. And I'm self-conscious too, but I've been experimenting. And I'll tell you what, I remember people telling me this last year, and it's very true. Something very powerful happens to your happiness in an instant when you get your genitals fully exposed to sunlight, even under cloud cover. Something very powerful happens. I would say, I messed about with a lot of health protocols in my life. I've done sun gazing. I've done everything you can think of. I'm into aged urine. Holy shit, that's a fucking magical substance. But I notice an activation, like when I'm just bare-chested, like with shorts. I've got my shorts on now. With shorts, pretty much naked, apart from my shorts. I've got my hot, humid weather, so it's perfect for me to go in the park and to do this, or wherever I did in the graveyard, with lots of privacy, and I keep my eyes out. But when I keep my pants on that aren't tan through, I'm not wearing my tan through pants. I'm wearing just pants and shorts and covering up my genitals, and then I expose the genitals. At that moment, even under cloud cover, there's a shift in my level of vibration that I liken to aged urine too. Aged urine gives you a shift. As soon as you put it on your skin, as soon as you drink it, as soon as you put it through the nose, up the bum, there's a shift in consciousness straight away with aged urine. Well, I liken it almost as powerful is for your happiness is as soon as the sunlight, cloud cover sun, hits the exposed genitals, takes you to a next level, a really beautiful next level. That's how powerful. Now, there was a study done at the University of Boston saying that for men, increases your for any man or woman, for any man, exposure of sunlight to skin is going to increase your testosterone levels. Now, the more skin you expose, the more your testosterone level is going to go up. And the University of Boston did a study that 100% your levels of testosterone go up when your chest and your back is exposed to sunlight. However, 120%, 200% when you expose your genitals. 200%. That's a huge jump. And that makes sense and resonates to my core, because whenever I do the expose my genitals at .1 per second, I feel a massive shift in consciousness and vibration of happiness goes up. And that's just in the first second. So the longer you expose your genitals, guess what's going to happen? You get happier and happier and happier and happier. Now, I reckon there's a huge, massive dump, like study shows, like way more than just having your chest and any other part of your body. Even every other part of your body exposed apart from your genitals isn't as good as just your genitals. Did you hear what I just said there? It's my opinion. I'm experimenting around. Like having your whole body exposed except your genitals by wearing like just the pants isn't as good for testosterone production and happiness as just having your genitals alone. Yeah, that's crazy. But I reckon there's a lot more going on than just exposing your genitals and your testosterone going up. I will talk about the women thing too, by the way. I reckon there's something going on there that's because what? As soon as I expose my genitals to the sunlight, I'm just getting a dump load of testosterone in that moment. It's elevating my level of consciousness to a high level of vibration. No, I don't think so. There's something going on there. Maybe it's also reducing my estrogen levels, because, as a man, we've got estrogen too, as well as testosterone. But with women, need more estrogen, less testosterone. Men have got more testosterone and need less estrogen. Now, I think there's a problem in society with estrogen being too dominant, you know, with plastics and everything, fertilizers, pesticides. So men are getting attacked, men's sperm, whatever, testosterone getting attacked because there's too much estrogen in the environment. I reckon it's doing something in the sunlight to your testicles. It's not just optimizing the fuck out of your testosterone levels, it's also minimizing your minimizing, I think reducing the levels of estrogen. And a way of putting it is, it's returning your hormone levels of estrogen and testosterone, at least those two, the sex hormones. It's returning them in men to their perfect optimal condition. Because remember, your body knows how to heal itself. You don't have to tell your body, I need a 0.75 of testosterone for perfect balance and 0.63 estrogen. It's not how it works, is it? Not how it fucking works. No. So that's what I reckon. Those two at least, there's something very powerful going on. It's on .1 as soon as your genitals hit the... Because like I said before, people have told me on Facebook last year, and it does feel really fucking good as soon as the second you get your genitals exposed to sunlight, and it builds with time. But the first second, you know there's something powerful going on there. Just like with sun gazing, the first second you do it, feels crazy. So there is something powerful going on there, and yeah, maybe science will catch up. It's not just a massive dump for men in testosterone. I think it's perfecting your hormone system. And by the way, for me, I'm going to do a post on this later today. Hormones are way more powerful than vitamins and minerals. Like, vitamins and minerals is okay focus, you know, but that's outside ourselves. Hormones are way more powerful because testosterone to me is happiness, success, health hormone, 3 in 1. 3 in 1. I feel fucking amazing when I see retain, when I get the sunshine on my gonads, when I'm making loads of vitamin D, fucking hormones. Hormones to me are the main focus. Plus, we increase them when we fast. In other words, we don't need to rely on food. We need to rely on emptiness and clean, pure body to make hormones. Hormones for me are fucking way better focus for me than minerals and vitamins. I'll make a post about today. You have a different opinion. I like to be challenged and like to learn a lot too. Okay, for women quickly. So what I do, I suppose, and I read in Andrew Mick's Timeless Secrets, the UVB midday sun. Oh, by the way, I'm talking about midday sun UVB on the genitals specifically. I'm not going to talk about the red light, sunrise, sunset on the genitals. That also people predisposed things they say for men might increase testosterone, although studies show it doesn't. It might do. It's doing something, because I tell you what, red light, sunrise, sunset to naked balls for men, and I guess for women too, does feel pretty damn good. But I'm talking about the sunrise, sunset, midday sun, the UVB. Now for women, when you do yoni in the genital area, guess what? You're also going to experience, they've done experiments, UVB at the level of 290 to 320 nanometers, increases the estrogen levels of women. So it's good. Women don't need a lot of testosterone, they need more estrogen. But to put it in a simple way, it puts you back, when you get your yoni in the fucking sun, as a woman, it puts you into perfect homeostatic balance. It returns your body to optimal function, probably somewhere like our ancestors used to live, and it reduces the toxicity of the damage, because the toxicity of the damage of the environment affects the hormone levels in a negative fashion. So men become more like women and feminized, because the estrogen gets out of hand, the testosterone is very low in men, because they don't do semen retention, because they don't do sunlight and genitals. Let's be honest here, men, last time they got sunlight and genitals, very rare. Same with women too. Even breasts for women, it's like, holy shit, can't get that in the sun, too fucking scary, don't want to get cancer. Yeah, right, when it cures cancer. Fucking funny, that one. But anyway, with women, I reckon it's boosting majorly, because women report the same thing. It feels amazing. On .1, as soon as you get that yoni out into the sun, well, it's probably estrogen going up and testosterone coming down. If women have too much testosterone or not enough testosterone as well, because women having not enough testosterone is a problem too. It reduces their sex drive in their middle ages, and you've got the menopause. We've also got the men and midlife crisis too. These are all. Do you know what midlife crisis for men and women? Menopause and all that bullshit. You know what menopause and all that bullshit is for men and women? It's all because of the testosterone levels. Men's testosterone is going too far down, going too far up. Women's estrogen levels are getting fucked with because they're not taking care of their health. That's what it is. So look at this. When we do expose our... Do you want to know my fucking opinion, my bias? And I think this is true. I'm going to study this more as an experiment the fuck out of this. Way, way more. I think if there's one thing you do... Okay, if you're not doing urine therapy, you're an idiot. You're an idiot if you're not doing urine therapy. Fresh urine. If you're not doing aged urine, wow. You're a double idiot, because that's the fucking power shit. But if you're not into urine therapy and you think that's too disgusting, and you're not nailed or it is nailed, and you want to focus on one thing that's probably more powerful than diet. I think aged urine is more powerful than diet. I think urine therapy is more powerful than diet. I also think another thing that's more powerful than diet is getting your gonads, your genitals, whether man or woman, in the sunshine, midday UVB sun, at time when you can make UVB. Most of us, it's March to September, prime summer months. It's getting it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, more powerful activation. Getting completely naked for 5 minutes. Find a way. Find a park. Go in privacy. Just be smart about it. I have to be smart every day. I'm on the watch in the park, in the graveyard. I'm in the graveyard, keep my eyes out, and as soon as someone comes, I'll just whoosh, put it up, and they'll know something's up, but I don't care, because my health comes first, and it feels so fucking good. So what I'm trying to say here is this is the one. This is a very good focus area. I'm glad I'm coming back to it now. This is the hack. People want hacks on how to become the most healthiest version of yourself in the shortest amount of time. Well, let me tell you, hormone activation of your sex hormones, and in my opinion too, the quickest way to maximize your sex hormones to optimal function. Let me say it again. The quickest way to maximize for men and women, the sex hormones to optimal function and the right ratios is midday UVB sun on the genitals. It's not sunrise sunset. It's midday UVB. My opinion, might be wrong. I know I'm fucking not though. I'm messing about with semen retention, having wet dreams, losing my testosterone, getting it back up, and then like with just 1 hour of naked balls to the midday sun at prime time, it's highest in the sky, and I feel like I haven't even had a wet dream the night before, and I've lost nothing. So this is powerful fucking stuff. Really powerful stuff. It really is. Wow, I'm getting carried away here. This is the activation of the testosterone within my system because there's 1 hour today of sunshine on the genitals, which I just come back from. Done a bit of extra stuff as well, grounding and stuff. And vitamin D. Oh, that's another thing. I can make this one super long. Vitamin D also increases testosterone levels because you understand for men your testosterone is made 95% of it is made in your testicles, only 5% in the adrenals. So it's mainly your testicles that produce it. Now your testicles have vitamin D receptors. So when D gets into the bloodstream from the skin, from the sunlight, preferably from the sunlight, when it gets into the bloodstream, it goes into the testicles, the vitamin D. It gets activated by the liver or whatever, and it gets into the testicles and it increases your testosterone levels. So you've also got vitamin D level. When your vitamin D goes up from midday sun, that increases your testosterone levels. But I'm 100% sure that doesn't make sense to why the 200% figure and why we feel so amazing with men with testosterone and sunshine gonads. It's not the vitamin D primarily, although studies show it does a little bit. Vitamin D does increase the testosterone levels, like I said, but it's not the main activation. It's not. There's a lot of shit going on with UVB. That's, by the way, that's another thing. There's a lot of shit going on with UVB that's outside of vitamin D. Now, I fucking love vitamin D. I put a lot of it into half of my book was fucking vitamin D and sunlight and sun gazing. But now I'm and I put a little bit on UVB outside of vitamin D, its benefits, UVB, and one of them is there's something going on there with, it's literally, when you localize the sunlight, the UVB, you localize the UVB to a particular area, so you localize to the testicles, which produce testosterone, the UVB is activating some fucking huge dump of testosterone that's nothing to do with vitamin D. And then you've got the vitamin D2 going around as a hormone that's made in the liver from the skin and goes around to a hormone basically is something that's made one part of the body and goes everywhere else. So a hormone activates, why I say hormones are powerful than vitamins and minerals. Hormone is made by the body and a part of the body and it goes to every other part of the body. It's fucking crazy powerful. Anyway, I'm definitely getting carried away here. I will shut my mouth. Can't get me to stop sometimes. Yeah, naked sunbathing and Adrian rubs, Petra, is the shit. There we go. Highest activation potential of the human avatar. Midday sun, UVB, vitamin D, and Adrian rubs. Blast off. Fucking blast off. Just one of those is powerful. If you put them both together, tell me something that's going to come in 1,000 years that's more powerful for human health than that. Oh, both of those are free too. There's nothing you can buy, I swear to you, there's nothing you can buy that's more powerful than those two things. I swear to you, nothing more powerful, and those are free. You only have to be a bit, have to find a place to do it privately for the sunlight shit and the gonads, and also for the age urine smelling. So this is the issue we've got with these kind of things. Yeah, David, man, you know, you're just like me, you get this stuff. I remember you telling me a couple of posts about getting new places to go nude and stuff. It's really important. Now we understand where nudism comes into it. Nudism is not a kind of, I don't care what other people think of me, I want to be free thing, although it is that. It's primarily a health and happiness thing. That's where I want to push. People in the health community, I see people in the health community pushing it. It's the healthiest thing you've ever done. And it's why I'm now convinced. I was convinced before, I just forgot that because of the activation of massive major sexual hormone dump from just a couple of minutes of sunshine on your testicles and midday sun, I know that humans were designed for nudism. Yeah, I knew this before, but I'm just reminded that there's no way we weren't designed for complete and utter nudism, like as adults and old people. All the time! We were designed for this shit. So it makes you wonder, were we designed to live in the northern climates when it's cold and being nude? Probably not. We probably were, in my opinion, designed to live in the tropical areas where we could be nude and get that sunshine on the gonads, because that that kind of boosts our testosterone to the level of potential. That's why we were made, to live to that potential, to live so that we were made for sunlight on our gonads. So that's why I don't think we were made for, although you can get around it, majorly dumping testosterone with fasting and other stuff. There's ways around this stuff. Yes. Right. Yeah. Cheers, David, man. It's a good video. I fucking like it. So that's the one. And I'm going to do more. I'm going to experiment. One thing I will say before I leave, I'm going to have my blood work done privately. It's going to cost about 60 quid. Not too expensive. I'm going to get my free testosterone levels checked. And I'm going to advertise it on Facebook because I want people to see what you can do. My human health potential, I'm pretty sure they're going to be high. If they're not, I'll just say it anyway. But I want to get my free testosterone checked and my vitamin D levels checked. In the next 2-3 months, that'll be done, and I'll promote it and advertise it, even if it's good or bad. But I expect it to be really high, and I'll tell people how I did it, you know. And this, despite my diet not even being perfect, 1 meal a day, but not even a perfect diet. It's all to do with light activation, vitamin D, midday sun. And I'm in the UK, yeah. It's cloudy most of the time. It's been good so far, but most of the time it's cloudy. I'm doing all this work under cloud cover, and then I'm going to keep doing every day try and do half an hour to an hour sunshine on my balls, try and get that testosterone level really high, and then the vitamin D, I'm just working it with my sunlight on bare skin. Even when I'm out in the town, I just take my top off and, you know, do the shit that makes you fucking weird, but I'm healthy, so I don't really care. But that's going to be key, because you can't argue with statistics. If my vitamin D levels are not high, then I'm not healthy. If my vitamin D levels are high, then fuck you to anyone who thinks, oh, he's not even healthy, he's preaching health. Because I know I am, but sometimes with some people you actually need hardcore figures. Plus it motivates me to be even more healthy. So if it's good, I'll get it checked again and go even higher with the vitamin D. And there's a couple of other things to be checked too. My C-reactive protein I want to get done. I'm not sure about the cholesterol one because I don't believe in cholesterol. But I'll B12, yeah, B12, B9, that'd be interesting. Because I'm going to do some fasting before I get it done. And I'm going to see if fasting I can make some... If the body makes a lot of B12 by itself, I'm going to see with myself, because I'm not going to eat products that have a lot of B12. I haven't, and I won't, and I'm going to see my levels of B12 and B9, these vitamins, when I'm not even eating, a lot of B12 or any B12, in fact. So, and fasting? That's my question. I know fasting activates the hormones like almost as fucking good as sunlight. Not quite. Depends how long, but yeah, I want to see if fasting can boost your... I know boost your hormone levels, can boost your vitamin levels. I suspect it can, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and go out there today and try and find a place and make it a routine and experience what I experience and what other people here experience too. Like, there's some kind of really high activation from dot 1 as soon as you get to the midday sun, especially like at 1 p.m, 12 p.m. Find out when your sun is highest in the sky. That's the prime time, but even 10 to 3 is okay, the outside of prime time. The midday sun, UVB, yeah? Find that time and then go out and just whip your trousers off. Even if the top's on, fine, just find a place and do it. And you'll see your level of consciousness goes up. You're like, whoa, I feel much happier than normal. And it holds you to a high level of consciousness, just like aged urine. Just like aged urine holds you to a high level of consciousness. You take a sip of aged urine, you go, whoa, consciousness is now much higher. Can't be in negativity anymore. Yeah, well, same with this. It's a very powerful, and hormones is a powerful. In fact, I will leave you one thing. I suspect there's a lot more going on with the sunshine of gonads than even just those two sex hormones. There's more hormones being activated, I believe. Maybe there's more sex hormones, progesterone, I don't know, androgens, other stuff, I suspect. But also, I think there's even more than just sex hormones. I think hormones generally. And probably there's other shit going on with the testicles. I don't know. That's the only reason why I can explain why there's some kind of weird fucking activation whenever you get your sunshine to your testicles to the sun, more than anything else apart from your eyes. That's why it's the second most important area. That's why it's the second most important area to get sunshine on after your eyes, your testicles. Ironic, isn't it? People think it's other things. Oh, surely it's better to have all my chest on my back than my testicles. No, I don't know why. It doesn't give you that. So, yeah, hide wherever we can. It's sad, isn't it? It's really sad that we have to hide and do this stuff. It breaks my heart a little bit that I have to be like that. We have to be like criminals. And as soon as someone sees, I feel so embarrassed. I'm like, why am I like this? Why the fuck do we have to be like this? What's wrong with myself and people? What have I done? What conditioning? I'm conditioned just like other people. It's very sad. But hey, maybe in a perfect utopia, we'll all be living as friends together and it will not be a problem because we'll all be just naked together and shit. And maybe if it is a problem for us at the beginning, we'll get used to it as a community as we get to know each other. And then I realise, oh, well, I'm disgusted by your penis, but that's because of me. So I have to grow as a human being, basically, unprogram the conditioning and get used to seeing other people penises and shit, right? Just as other people will to me too. Wow, what a long way we got to go. But in the meantime, focus on us and focus on down below, because that will activate the high powers of yourself, your best version, you. Right? Yes, Michelle, cement walls, anything. New beaches, do it, man. Do it. It's a health thing. Alright, peace. Thank you very much for watching. Whoever's watching, Petra, Jimmy, and Michelle. And yeah, peace.